Hi, I'm James Moore of J. Moore Insurance Services, and thank you for joining us for our second edition of More on Medicare. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at President Trump's $674 million proposal to cut Medicare and Medicaid spending. This has worried a lot of people, and you've heard a lot of things in the news, both real and not so real. And today we're going to examine what is really going to happen and project our ideas on what we see will be coming for Medicare. Before we begin our video, here are some terms we'd like to define that we will be using today. Woke. Here's President Trump's definition.
You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Everything woke. Everything woke. It's true. Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
And Merriam-Webster defines it as aware of and attentive to important societal facts and issues. MAPD, Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans provided by private insurers that work with Medicare to cover people like you. CMS, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the federal body that governs Medicare and Medicaid. DEI, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Sorry to take you away from the video. If all of this is confusing to you, please feel free to give us a call at 1-818-919-3195, extension 2, and we'll be happy to discuss Medicare and help you with your issues and understanding what you need. Now, let's get back to the video. Now that we've defined those key terms, let's dive in and explore what that $674 million cut to Medicare is going to be. The line item that he's talking about is very vague, as he says he will not cut or impact Medicare and Medicaid spending. However, he will target DEI and woke activities and contracts inside CMS. What does this mean? Let's explore. The Medicare spending budget is roughly $1 trillion, or 14% of the $7 trillion federal budget. So $674 million in cuts is like a flea bite on a Great Dane. However, what we're seeing this year is something Medicare had never thought of or planned for. Roughly 11,300 seniors are going to turn 65 every day, and at the end of this year, there will be 75 million seniors on Medicare. That's roughly 25% of the U.S. population. How does Medicare cope with this enormous growth in the population, rising healthcare costs, and an increasing federal deficit? Well, it has to cut costs and manage care, which means it's going to put more money into MAPD plans while reducing what Medicare covers and Medicare supplemental plans cover as well. We'll get into that in the next episode. If you like this content, please smash that like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on our next video with more on Medicare.